Whoops. Guess that settles whether or not the warrior can slam Andre.
Tag me, tag me, tag me. Here we go. Hulkamania's running wild. Oh, come on!
Andre sure is strong.
Yeah, too strong. This game came out in 1989. No way was Andre doing over-the-shoulder backbreakers at that point. He could barely get in and out of the ring.
If he tags DiBiase back in, try to get him outside the ring.
Why?
If I remember correctly, it's a lot easier to win the title match by countout than by pinfall.
No way, man. Titles do not change hands on a countout, and I want the belts.
If you win the match, you win the titles. I don't think it makes a difference in this game.
It makes a difference to me. Come on, kick out, kick out. Damn it. You deserve to lose anyway, Hogan, for being a racist.
Come on, wimps. Are you giving up already?
Want to try the rematch?
I can't. First, I have to head into Hagerstown for a budget meeting at the shelter. Then I have to come back here for a meeting at Town Hall with the superintendent of schools about selling a piece of town land to the Board of Education so the elementary school can build an expansion.
Are there that many elementary school-age kids in Sharpsburg?
Apparently.
Where are they all hiding?
If I can think of a way to ask that question without sounding like a creep, I'll try to find out.
Okay. You taking off right now?
Yep. See you tonight.
Bye, Stuffy.
Hi, Hans. I have some meetings to go to. I'll see you later. Until we meet again, my friend.
Hi, Hans.
Greetings. I see you have reverted to your sedentary lifestyle.
Temporarily. I turned off Surly's fit function to give myself a break. You want to play a game? I got like 15,000 of them on here.
Do you have the Sega Master System version of Fitzcarraldo the game?
Surprisingly, no. That was the first one I looked for, too.
Then never mind.
I was getting sick of it for now anyway. Do you want to watch something and hang out? I was going to check out that new streaming service for independent films, Angst.
Yeah, very well. I will join you.
I added the channel the other day, but I haven't actually watched it yet. It's ad-supported, but it's also free, and supposedly it has a pretty good catalog, so... There we go. Anything look good?
What about the corpse of Anna Fritz?
That looks a little grim. I'm not sure if I'm in the mood for something so dark and unsettling. But here, this one looks nice. The Piano Teacher.
Yeah.
Oh, here come the ads. Oh, check it out. Ad 1 of 1. And it's only a 15-second one. That's not so bad. Playing the ad over again. Crackle does that sometimes.
And when was the last time you watched Crackle?
Like 5 years ago. Here we go.
Perhaps we should back out and start again.
Maybe you're right. Let's just wait and see what it does this time.
Hello, Victoria. How are you?
Fine. How are you?
As well as can be expected under these conditions. Why do we have to speak using this inferior human video call software when we could be using HuskyCom?
Because George has never used HuskyCom. He's more comfortable with Skype.
George.
That is his name.
I know his name. George Henderson Gelderman III. I will address him as Mr. Gelderman.
Millicent, he's our father.
Our birth father, who very well may have abandoned us.
We don't know that. You said we don't know anything about the circumstances of our being put up for adoption.
Well, just wait until he joins the call. I'll get to the bottom of that in a hurry.
Hello? Can you see me? Can you hear me? Holy shit, there are two of you.
Yes, we can see and hear you just fine. Hi, George. I'm Victoria. You can call me Vicky if you want. And this is my identical twin sister, Millicent.
And you will call me Millicent whether you want to or not. Greetings, Mr. Gelderman.
And to you, Millicent. And to you.
Thank you for agreeing to speak with us.
Well, it ain't every day that you find out your long-lost daughters are waiting to hear from you. By the way, will my long-lost son be joining us as well?
No, unfortunately, Michael is working and can't make it. But I told him maybe you two could get in touch with each other some other time.
All right. So, I guess the thing to do at this point is ask if you two have any questions and then see
Why didn't you want to meet us in person? What are you hiding?
I'm not hiding anything, though I can't really blame you for thinking that. No, the reason I didn't have you come to Sedona in person at this time is because I just ended a very long-term, very serious relationship, and I felt I needed to spend time alone absorbing some healing vortex energy, you know?
Healing vortex energy?
Can you tell us more about that?
Not a whole lot to tell, really. Every morning for the last 2 weeks, I've gotten up early and hiked to Cathedral Rock, where I opened my spirit to receive its magnetic feminine vortex energy.
Oh, Jesus fucking Christ!
Beg your pardon?
I think Millicent is just curious to hear more about your faith.
Oh, I wouldn't call myself religious, if that's what you mean. But I'll tell you this. Ever since I moved to Sedona and started exploring and experiencing the vortexes, I've had a peace of mind and clarity of thought I never thought was possible before.
I'm sure the mescaline helps too.
Wouldn't know, never touched the stuff.
So this solitary meditation in the energy vortex has taken up most of your time lately then?
In the morning. Then in the evenings I've had the orgies, so...
The orgies?
They're not really orgies. More like group sex with several trusted partners.
Ugh, what's the difference?
Oh, there's a difference.
Orgies generally have more anonymity.
Right. And you said you just got out of a relationship, which I'm sure was painful for you, so you wanted to be with people you knew.
You got it exactly right.
Well, in that case, I completely understand why you didn't want the daughters you abandoned as pups flying in to meet you, or with how busy you've been absorbing vortexes and attending swinger parties.
Swinging isn't quite the same thing either.
Right. Swinging is more about swapping
Silence!
partners.
Silence! I tried to tell myself that this call might not go the way I wanted it to. I tried to prepare myself for the worst, but apparently I don't have enough imagination.
I'm sorry you don't think it's going well.
I said silence! The next thing I say will be a question. And the next thing you say, Mr. Gouderman, will be an honest and direct answer to that question. Why did you and our birth mother give us up for adoption? And I swear to Son of Husko, if it had anything to do with crystal vibrations or planetary alignments...
Millicent,
What?
come on.
It's all right. Fine, you want the story. So here's the story. I was what you might call a trust fund puppy. Rich parents, never had to work. My time was pretty much my own, and I spent it the way most youngsters my age with resources like I had would have spent it. Which is to say, drinking and doing drugs and having lots of sex. So, Cora was someone I knew. We'd see each other around. That's your mother's name, incidentally, Cora. Don't know if you knew that already.
No.
We didn't.
There you go. So, Cora and I would see each other around, and eventually we found ourselves where we'd been out with some other friends, and everybody else went home, and now it's just me and Cora. So we went back to my place, and we did what people do, you know?
Unfortunately.
Speak for yourself.
After that night, we didn't see each other for a while. Then a few weeks later, Cora calls me up, tells me she's pregnant, and it's gotta be my litter because she hasn't been with anybody else recently. I don't want to be a father, but I also want to do the right thing, so I call up my father, and he pulls some strings to get Cora into this boarding school for huskies in trouble, with the deal being after she has the pups, they'll take care of adopting them out. But I told my dad, and I guess he saw that this was done, I told him when they adopt those pups out, make sure the whole litter goes to the same family. I had it drilled into me since I was born. Family is the most important thing.
And obviously it's stuck.
Do you know where Cora is now?
Nope. I never heard from her again after she went to the boarding school. And I didn't want to get involved in your lives after the adoption. It wouldn't have been fair to your new parents, or to you, I thought.
Yes, why would we have wanted our wealthy and well-connected father to be a part of our lives?
The important thing is you're okay, and we're okay. We had great parents who raised us, and now we get to reconnect after all of these years. It's a wonderful gift.
I'm sorry if this has been a letdown for you, Millicent.
A letdown? Whatever gave you that idea? This is exactly how I always hoped it would go whenever I daydreamed about the day when I'd finally get to speak to my burnout, horoscope-reading, crystal-licking deadbeat dad. I must go. But Victoria, don't keep him too long. I'd hate for him to miss out on the vortex reversing its polarity or whatever the hell it does.
Don't worry about that. Polarity reversals only happen when Jupiter...
Unbelievable!
What's happening, babies?
Hey, how's it going?
Fine. What are you watching?
I think it might be the ultimate product of the collective genius of the world.
Yeah, but what is it?
It's just a bloody commercial.
You may say it is merely an advertisement, but then I must ask, how can you place art in a box? How can you describe a star burning deep in the depths of space by referring to anything other than its radiant self?
What's it even an ad for?
It's not an ad for anything, man. Don't you get it? That's just the surface. You've got to look past the facade to see the truth.
How long you been sitting here watching this ad repeat itself, baby?
Have you kept count?
It is played 917 times. 918? How the fuck long is that?
I don't know. However many seconds 918 times 15 is. Here, figure it out.
Fuck you, baby. I didn't come home from work to do math.
I just hit the back button and watch something else.
How can we be expected to go back to watching the shadows on the cave wall after we have glimpsed the true world?
Yeah, how can we go back to eating fish sticks when we just bought all this deep-sea fishing equipment? And learn how to make our own tartar sauce, which tastes just like the kind they serve in restaurants. And you want us to just pop something in the microwave while we're watching a master chef prepare a 5-course meal of cinematic... I forgot where I was going with that.
Just give me the remote, baby.
Never?
Alright, screw this. Let's go watch TV in our room, baby.
Aye, we'll go watch some pornography, which won't have any ads, because we've stolen it.
See how the font in the graphic announcing the dates of the sale is the same as the font in the graphic with the name of the dealership, but they're in opposite colors? That is so deep, if you think about it.
Yeah, just as is the case with those graphics, we share both similarities and differences, both of which can aid us if we unite in a common purpose.
That's what I'm saying. And am I way out in left field here, or does this commercial have a super blatant anti-capitalist message?
You are very perceptive. I noticed it after approximately the 450th viewing.
And once you see it, it's so obvious, right?
I'm home. Hi, Steve. Hi, Hans.
Hey, Stuffy.
Guten Tag.
Guten Abend is more like it. What are you watching?
Take the greatest, most beautiful and insightful and life-affirming film you've ever seen and multiply it by 1 trillion.
It is all the hopeful potential of a new birth, all the regretful squandered opportunities of elderliness, and every joyous, heart-rending, and unremarkable experience in between, distilled to its purest essence and translated through the lens of a camera into a cinematic statement unrivaled by all the masterworks of all the great auteurs who have ever lived.
Right, but what is it?
Just watch it and see for yourself.
What? You mean this commercial?
That's your word, man. It never asked to be called that. It never invited you to define it.
If it keeps repeating itself like this, why don't you just back out and try again?
You know, Stuffy, I love you. I really do. But you're the type of person who would trample a flower garden to get to a McDonald's.
What does that even mean?
I can't spell everything out for you, man. Some journeys you need to take on your own.
You've certainly given me a lot to think about. So, I guess I'll go to my room and think. Good night.
Good night, Stuffy.
Gute Nacht.
Look at the way she takes the keys from him. Is that even acting? It's just real.
It's more than real. It is the truth.
And the camera placement, it's like the one perfect shot for that moment. Did Tarkovsky direct this fucking thing?
If Tarkovsky were alive today, he would take his own life in despair over having not directed it.
What are you watching?
The greatest film ever made.
Ooh, which Spider-Man movie is it?
Oh my God, Spider-Man would totally fit into this.
Yeah.
Do you see it?
Ugh, give me that remote.
What are you doing?
Ridiculous! There, you're free. You can thank me later. Now, I've had a long, awful day, and I'm going to bed. I suggest you two do the same. You look like you could use the sleep.
Was it real? Or only a dream of light dreamt in darkness?
Are we even here? Or are we but the figments of another's imagination?
Perhaps somewhere in a dimension of existence we cannot see or even fathom, someone is even at this very moment watching us and contemplating the meaning of their existence.
I've got to piss. Hey folks, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed this episode. And now here's Squirrel with a few words for you. Squirrel?
Hello. If you enjoyed this video, please click like, share the video, and subscribe to this channel. And please consider helping us to make more videos by supporting this channel with a monthly donation through Patreon. Go to patreon.com/Steve Shives to become a patron.
Thanks, Squirrel.
You're welcome. So, are we through here?
Yeah, we're through. Why? Have you got somewhere to be?
As a matter of fact, I do. I'm teaching an evening class at the Stop and Shop.
What class?
Krav Maga class. Toby Benson's anti-fascist exploits haven't only boosted business at our detective agency, they've also brought in a lot of new students to the dojo. We had to add an extra class to accommodate everyone.
And you're teaching it?
You sound like you're having a hard time with it.
No.
What trouble are you having with the concept of me teaching a Krav Maga class?
Well, I mean, not to be too blunt about it, but the fact is, you are very small.
Krav Maga isn't about size, it's about aggression and efficiency.
You don't seem very aggressive.
I'm not naturally. That's why I started studying Krav Maga.
And Toby Benson brought out your aggressive side.
Oh yes.
How'd he do that?
He charged me twice as much as we agreed for my first class.
That'll do it. So now you've gone from the student to the teacher.
You still seem skeptical. Do you want to test me?
What, like fight you?
Purely for demonstration purposes.
No, that's okay.
Are you afraid?
No?
Good. You shouldn't be.
That's reassuring.
A fight with me would be over before you had time to be afraid.
Less reassuring.